In this video, we'll set up our Capture One live session. All right, so we've got all of our pictures copied over, or moved over, I should say. We moved them from the SD card, so they're in the Capture folder of our Capture One session. Now, I'm actually on my desktop now, so I'm going to open up this Capture One session. I copied everything over from my laptop because it has an SD card reader on it, so it's just a lot easier. My desktop does not have an SD card reader, so but the desktop is a lot more powerful, so I prefer to edit on that. So I'm technically on a different computer as I'm recording this than I was in the last video, just in case something looks a little bit different. But okay, so we have these images. They're still loading in here because, again, we're on a different computer, so it may have to regenerate some of the thumbnails. I've noticed that even though I store them, the images, I store them on my server, so they're both connecting to the same location. I've noticed that sometimes it does that where it has to regenerate the images, or the thumbnails, I should say. But as this is going, we don't have to wait for any of that. It looks like it's pretty well done anyway, but all we want to do is to share this online. And then we tell it which collection we want to share. So really, I'm just going to share this entire folder. So this basic process is I'm going to share this, and then it's going to give me a link. So as we walk through this, we can see. Sometimes it takes a sec. Here we go. All right, pull this up. And we can send an email if we want to. I usually just come in and copy this link, and it copies it to the clipboard. And then basically this link here is just what I'm going to send to the client, in this case, Mackenzie, who is also the model, but then she's going to go through and pick out all the shots that she wants to have edited. So we can actually see what this will look like once she gets this. Let me pull over a browser window here, and let's just hop in. There we go. I've used Brave, and I've noticed this. Sorry, that page is missing. It's not really a big deal. I just close out of it. I've noticed that with Capture One live sessions. But so these images are then going to be added in. You can see they're starting to add in here as Capture One in the background. What it's doing is it's creating these little previews, and then it's uploading them. So it might take a little while for all of these images to be added in, but we can see it's going through the process of adding these images in from our session. And what's really cool about this, I can give a little preview here. So we can see, okay, one of these images, let's come down and go to first to last, so it doesn't actually start to it's adding in more there as it's doing it. So let's go to one of these first ones. So like 4307 to 438. So as she's looking at these, if she's like, oh, I really like this one, let's make this one green to show that, okay, we want to edit that. You can see it shows up over here in Capture One in real time right away. Same thing for stars. If she were to add in stars, or however she wants to indicate things that are she wants to edit. Now, I know in this case, I've worked with her a lot before. She's one of my best friends. And so this process is basically going to be greens or reds. So red for a blooper or something like that that she wants to be edited, and then green for the ones that we like. And then these here in the Capture One Live, I've noticed it's really difficult to go back to 0. I think what you can do here is if you come in here, actually select it, and then you hit 0 on the keyboard, it'll change the star rating to 0. But there's not really a good interface way to do that. And then same for this, we can come in and clear this out so she can go through that process to edit or pick the ones that she wants us to edit. Okay, so with that, we're going to give this a little bit of time, and it looks like most of these should be added in, but I'm going to give this a little bit of time and then send this link over to her so she can go through the process of picking out the ones that she wants us to edit. And we're pretty much done for right now. Once she goes through and picks out the ones that she wants us to edit, then of course it's time for us to edit. And we'll be back in the next video to see that process starting. See you there.